Welcome to the deep dive. You're here because, well, you need to get up to speed fast on something specific. And today, we're digging into something that feels pretty uncertain for a lot of entrepreneurs across Africa, getting a website designed. One that actually matches what you want without demanding a huge chunk of cash up front.
Yeah, that's a huge pain point we definitely saw mentioned in the sources. For small business owners, maybe Nairobi or Lagos or Accra, investing in a website, it can feel like a bit of a gamble, right? Is it going to look right? Do I really have to pay so much before I even see, well, anything?
Exactly, that uncertainty. The sources really flag it as a major barrier. So we've got some material here looking into one company that's trying to tackle those fears directly. This deep dive is all about understanding a particular approach from a company called Real Data International Limited. And they focus squarely on SMEs, small and medium-sized enterprises in, let's see, 7 countries: Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria, Uganda, South Africa, Tanzania, and Rwanda.
Right. And our mission here, looking at these sources, is to figure out how this company aims to make getting online, well, more transparent and affordable and, high quality, specifically for these markets. The material really focuses on their signature pay-before-you-see model and also their flexible payment options, which seem tailored country by country.
Okay, let's unpack that pay before you see idea first, because
Right.
what I found really interesting in the sources was how it directly pushes back against that upfront risk. It's not just about when you pay, it seems, but about design approval.
That's exactly it. The sources indicate this model lets you, the client, actually look at and approve proper design mockups. Basically what the site's going to look and feel like
Okay.
before you commit the bigger funds for the actual coding, the development part. It kind of flips the risk, doesn't it? Making sure the visual side is spot on before they actually, build it.
Yeah, that feels like a pretty powerful shift from the old way of doing things. And okay, beyond just seeing the design, the sources also really stressed the payment flexibility being key for these markets.
Oh, absolutely. The material highlights that they've apparently set up payment options using like local methods that people actually use, things like M-Pesa in Kenya or MTN Mobile Money in Ghana, maybe EFT in South Africa. And that directly tackles the real cash flow issues lots of African SMEs face. It makes the whole thing feel more manageable.
That makes a ton of sense, lining up the payment process with how businesses actually operate their
Yeah.
day to day.
Yeah. And another thing that came up in the sources, it's not just about the initial website build, is it? Getting online successfully means more than that. Apparently, they offer other related services too, again, designed for these specific regions.
Like what specifically? Do the sources give examples of how they're, tailored?
Yeah, they mentioned things like hosting that's optimized for different areas,
Yeah.
realizing that, server location matters for speed and local SEO. And the SEO itself isn't just generic. It's supposed to consider local search habits, maybe language nuances. They also touched on digital marketing strategies that are relevant locally, recognizing maybe that WhatsApp campaigns might be huge in one place, but not another.
Okay. So if you're a small business owner in, say, Kenya or Nigeria or Uganda or any of those 7 countries, this deep dive seems to show a model that's really trying to offer more than just code. It's about a more client-focused process, tackling those big worries about cost and, what you actually get in the end, building trust by showing the design first.
It seems like it, based on the sources.
Yeah.
Direct response maybe to the specific challenges and the financial realities for SMEs in those particular places.
So here's where it gets really interesting, I think. Given that this whole pay before you see thing fundamentally shifts the power, right? Puts your vision, your approval first, before the big money gets spent. Does this maybe set a new bar, a new standard? Should small businesses across Africa start expecting, maybe even demanding, this kind of transparency and risk reduction from all their service providers, not just for websites, but, across the board? Something to chew on as you think about growing your own business